I want to use this opportunity to welcome our great leader, the leader of Eastern Security, in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of Abadike.
December 10,111 days.
Hello, Mazi Solomon. Welcome to the program. Good morning from my end.
Thank you, Mazi Pat. Good evening from my end here. And I bring greeting to all Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedoms, lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and haters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and are also added.
Yes, Mazi, we know that you're having some difficulties with your internet this morning, so but we have to proceed. Welcome. We want to welcome each and every one of you. This is Biafra. We are live on Biafra Television. We are live on Black and White Web TV. And we are live on Black and White Web TV page on YouTube and Facebook. Go and like them. Go and like Biafra Television page if you haven't liked them yet. Biafra Television page on Facebook. Go and like it so that you can get our alert. We want to welcome you. Yesterday, we talked about some issues, some update, people's opinion on the newly formed Eastern Security Network. And today, we are bringing you a new update as well. And we'll be analyzing this update. And we are going to make it as brief as possible. So you have to hook up with us because yesterday, we talked about the leader of BIM Masob, Chief Raf Wazirike, and his utterances as regard to the Eastern Security Network, his opinion, let me say, and what he thinks is best for our region. But we are not here to judge anybody. We are here to allow the people of the Eastern region to judge for themselves who is a more credible leader. And in this program, we're also going to bring the younger brother of Raf Wazirike, who also have his own opinion his younger brother of us was Rike, and his ally in the struggle for Biafra restoration. His very close friend and brother. We are going to bring his own opinion on this program. So meanwhile, I want you, each and every one of us, to share this program, tag your friends, make it go around. Please go and subscribe. Go and subscribe to Black and White Web TV page on YouTube. And so you'll be able to get notifications so that you'll be able to share for others to join us. And, you know, don't be selfish, please. So we are bringing you these issues so that you'll be able to judge for yourself. Our duty is to bring forth the realities so that Biafrans can judge for themselves. And most of the time, the problem we have with our people is that when we have very important and serious issues to discuss, they tend not to understand what we are doing in the media. Our people seem not to understand what we are doing in the media. And when they see us talk about very important issues, they say, no, leave them. They are not important. You want to make them popular and all that. We are here to analyze issues and bring it forth for you to judge. We are not here to make anybody popular. But if people want popularity, we can still give it to them if that is their desire. But we cannot fold our hands and watch certain individuals that feel they are in high places bring up issues or lie before our people, or try to deceive our people, or try to make us forget our history, or try to divert issues. Because it's not only when they come up like what Raf Wazurike said yesterday, he's not only talking to Biafrans, he's talking to the whole world. And it is our duty to counter him. So when you see us come here, bring the truth, bring the counter, don't tell us not to make him popular, because he's popular already. If you don't have an alternative view to what he said, which means all of us are agreeing with him. And that is why we are bringing this. So don't try to misunderstand when we bring the issues and bring the analysis, because it will also give the world the opportunity to judge. It will also help Biafrans to decide who is working in their interest and who is working against their interest. So when we bring up these issues, we are not here to gossip people. We bring up issues based on the reality on the ground that is before everybody. Mazi, unmute yourself before you proceed. Unmute yourself, please, because you are muted. And I hope that we'll be playing the video of the younger brother of and the very good friend of Raf Owazurike, who is Asare Dokubo. We'll be playing his video live here so that we will now be able to see, we'll be able to judge for ourselves who is wrong and who is right. Mazi, go ahead.
Thank you, Mazi Pat. I'm very sorry for that. I don't know how my network is trying to play up this evening, but we must continue. We are formidable to what we are doing. Is a race, is the race that we needed to to participate on. There is no way going back to this. We have already given our life to this. We have already vowed that everything that concerns for the interest of our people, we must be involved. There is no other person that could make it to happen. There is no other person that we are waiting to tell our story. We are the one to tell our story. And I said, in the upcoming generations, they should be also rely in what we are doing today. And what we are doing today will also be the source of their informations. So it's very, very important.
Mazi, not just source of information, but also inspiration for the next generation. Because we are leaving a legacy, we are leaving history behind. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi Pat, for such a wonderful contribution. So I must say to our people here, we are not playing. We are actually engaging on the things that concerned us. If you try to change our story, we are here to debunk. We are here to say that to be able to clear the world of whatever things that we are doing. Because at this point, nobody can neglect us. At this point, nobody can say we are nobody. At this point, we cannot allow people to continue to present us as non-entities, or as people whose opinion does not count. We have grown, when a child is under a tutor and tutors, then they push the child around. But once that child become a man, then he start asking questions. That is what we are doing here. Some of you that have lived with kids that have grown, you will know that at a certain stage, you don't treat them anymore like a kid. You come.
Yeah, I think that Mazi will continue to have these challenges, but we'll try to keep up with our discussion. And like Mazi was saying, that we have come of age and we should be able to tell our story. So when we tell our story, don't tell us not to tell our story because we want to make somebody popular. I have heard this story of not making popular for a very long time, and our people do not understand. It simply means that you don't understand the job that we are doing. If we bring up issues of discussion and we are calling names, we are calling people out, and you are telling us don't make them popular, it means you don't understand the job we are doing. Because if you understand the job we are doing, you will appreciate the fact that we are here exposing the lies that are being told, exposing the lies and bringing the facts. So what kind of popularity are we giving to people who are lying against us? And we also have the responsibility to make them popular in their lives so that the world will be able to see the truth. So we must understand that we are not here to play. We are not here to gossip. We are here to bring the reality. So that when we bring up issues of people that are not living up to their responsibility, you would be able to understand. And we are here officially endorsing the Eastern Security Network. Black and White Web TV is endorsing the Eastern Security Network, and the article of endorsement will be coming out in the next few days. The article of our endorsement of Eastern Security Network will be coming out. So you'll be reading them on the newspaper. You'll be reading them on different blogs and different Facebook platforms. Black and White Web TV is endorsing the Eastern Security Network, and we can tell you that anybody who is against the formation of the Eastern Security Network is the enemy of the people. It is only criminals that are afraid of security. And that is why you see the likes of Yerima Shetima coming out to condemn this move, because they are the criminals, they are the ones tormenting us. There is no way a thief will be happy to see you fence your house or put protection around your house. There is no way a thief who wants to steal and kill you would be happy to see you protect yourself, because they want to see you vulnerable to make the job easy for them. And that is why we're also exposing the lies of Ralph Wazirike, who said that we don't need security. He showed that he's a participant to the problem, the criminality that is being perpetrated in Biafra land, because he knows that this security will curtail some of the excesses of crime in our society. Mazi, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mazi. I'm sorry for those breakup. So I have to change to another network. I will find out what happened. So, yes, Mazi, we have already said a lot. We have already introduced ourselves. So we are going to go straight to the point. The activities we come to hold this very evening. Remind you before we proceed, we are not here to castigate our people or to bring our people down or any individual down, but we are here to follow people's activities. If you are coming on the media and to castigate what is good for our people. We will follow up with your own activities. That's what we are doing. For the matter of fact, we are the lovers of our people. So if you give our people support, we give you support. But whenever you work against our people or you work against the desires of our people, then we definitely analyze your activities. So if you hear us talk about Wazurike here, so we are following him based. We are not calling him out because he's sitting in his house or he's doing his own thing or he's doing Masop thing, but we are calling him out because of the comment he dropped in order to in order to appease some certain individuals who might who he might be in their payrolls. Then he came to say things that are against his people.
Mazi not just appeasing, but also instigating the Nigerian state against the newly formed, because in his statement he tried to instigate the Nigerian security for the military against the newly formed Eastern Security Network. Very important.
Yes. So and they're coming to point out even on the security problems that even the entire nations are crying for. All the people in the country, all the ethnic group in the country, they are crying for these insecurities that has already taken over the country. And yet somebody who is in the position, who told some certain individuals that is fighting for the freedom of his people, is fighting to protect the life of his people. What caused the civil war in the first place is because of this insecurity problem that Igbos and the people of the eastern regions are to be killed everywhere, and their lives are not secure and their properties are not secure. This is the reason. This is what brought the civil war in the first place. And this insecurity problem in Nigeria has not stopped. People's properties are not secured, and equally people's lives are not secured. So both down to the south and down to the north. And all that they are trying now is to conquer the north so that they can push the XX to the south. And what South should be thinking about now is how to defend our defenseless people. You know, and that is why we are coming to support the articulations of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to provide us with something that can connect us together, that can make us to fight as a unified, to unify ourselves in the front. So not fighting as an individuals, because standing as one village and standing as one communities will actually make these people who has prepared themselves over the years to overrun us. And we will be there solve the problem, because our forefathers say that that is when they will begin to run here and there on what to do. But here is a man who's in every given time he's trying to see what actually is the need of his own people. What are the people demanding? What are the people requesting under their judiciary right? So he was able to lay hands on it, and to lay hands on this security, Eastern Security outfit, and Eastern Security Network. And while looking at this very outfit, you will see that this is exactly what we need at this moment. At this moment, when Nigeria is...
Mazi, let us play the video and see the massive build-up. The massive build-up of young volunteers, young people coming out to show passion for their great nation. Mazi, we must play this video so that people will have a better picture of what we are talking about.
Thank you, Mazi.
My
My left, my left, my right, my left, right.
Mazi, do you think that any normal human being will sit comfortably in his house and have the guts and the boldness to criticize this level of build up, this level of sacrifice? Does it look normal to you, Mazi Solomon?
It's not normal. That is why we have to sit down here and to make our people to understand the level of sell out from some certain individuals, the level of sell out from certain individuals who could look at what is good for their people and criticize it, who could look at what is good for their people and use it to instigate evil, to instigate bad things against their people, like trying to tell Nigeria is the time to kill the people who comes out to serve their villages, to serve their communities, to serve their town and cities through the means of security network. Ndinche, network of Ndinche obodo, which people does voluntarily. Now, these people, they came out to make sure that somebody's mother, to make sure that somebody's mother were defended against rapists, to make sure that somebody's sister, which are not their direct relations, are being prevented from being raped. Now, somebody looking at this very structure, instead of coming to give a support, because he felt he's not the one, or he felt his name was not called into it, then instead of coming to give a support, or instead of saying, oh, this thing is good,
or possibly remain neutral at best. At best.
But even as I've said, Mazipat, there is no neutral man to this case.
But he can feign ignorant that as he doesn't know that such a thing exists. He can feign ignorant and mind his business.
But in the first place, there is no reason for somebody who is claiming the position that is claiming to be neutral in this matter. Remember, when you talk about Wazwike, you are not just talking about maybe somebody who is ordinary person in the street who have not been part of the struggle, or who have not come to claim that he's standing on a fight for the freedom of our people. Wazwike is not just a person that you can say is just an Igbo man, or he's just a person from Southeast. There is something that is attached, and he has professed, and he has used this position to claim a lot of money from our people. And our people, for his position he's claiming, has sponsored him. You see where he's dwelling in his house and he's turning share around. Under which expense, under which person's money? These are the money that our people contributed. He is a lawyer. How many cases has he won? Where? So these are the efforts of our people. Do you understand? Our people, this is a man that our people has sponsored in different...
And even put their life on the line under his command.
Under him, people has paid ultimate price. People has given out money. So he's not just...
Mazi, not just money, their lives. People have put their life on the line.
Yeah,
under the command of Wazirike. Yes.
We include everything, Mazi, including their money, their resources, their time, and their life. The ultimate prize. So he's not just as an ordinary person. So that's why his matter is very, very important. There is nothing like being neutral to this very matter. What again should the people do for this agitation? What again should people do for the Eastern Nigeria that could be that could impress somebody like Wazirike? If not on a security matter, where lies our economics means? Because a city or a village that is not secure, how can you flourish? How can you have an economics that is flourishing in those community and village? Now, so many people are afraid to go to the farm and cultivate because they are afraid of the people with
AK-47.
AK-47. People are even afraid to work in their communities because of these people. And what else can somebody do in this present time that can
Mazi, before you proceed, I want us to listen to Asare Dokubo, who is a very good friend, a brother, the way they address themselves, brother to Wazirike, and his ally in the struggle for Biafra restoration. People, take your coffee, take your water, take your tea. Morning is 11 a.m. here, and I believe that some of you haven't taken your breakfast. While you enjoy your breakfast, I want to play the lamentation of Asare Dokubo, who shares similar ideology with Wazirike in the struggle for Biafra restoration. Let us take a look.
Sisters, something seriously is happening. Something very serious is happening. And our so-called political elites and leaders do not care. They're not doing anything about it. They feel very unconcerned about it. Our political elites do not care about it. Our people are left rudderless, tossed here and there by the tempests and the winds of the sea. Nobody cares. Every day we hear stories of thousands and thousands of Futajelong Kambari Fulanis being transported by every means of transportation down into our land, down into the John Nation, down into Igbo land, down into Shekiri land, down into Ogoni land, down into Yoruba land, down into Edo, every day, in the most unthinkable factions, in their thousands. If you go to Bayelsa today, as I'm talking, all the fishing settlements and the farming villages are occupied and controlled by these fellows. We are job people, we are strong. We came here, nothing is going to happen. A man is only strong when he's with his people, when he has enough number to overcome his enemy. We should not
have you heard it? A man is only strong when he's
They
with
have
his
our
people.
money with us. They have been receiving tons and tons of our money. Their brother Abacha stole and sharing it amongst themselves. A minister in a federation came to say they're sharing the money in the north because there are no poor people in the south. And where are our governors? Where are our local ministers? Where are our women rights ministers? Where are our women rights lawyers? All of them, they close their mouth. But this is more sinister. This is more sinister. They are coming here. They are changing the demography. What are they coming for? You remember Osman Danfodio, how they came to Sokoto, to Gobiri, to Kano, to Katsina, to be there. And what happened? They replaced the Abe rulers.
Mazi, now we have listened to Asare Dokubo and his lamentation. We've listened. Now the issue is not even coming to change the demography, but these people are coming with excessive violence. Now let us listen to his own friend and ally and brother in the struggle for Biafra restoration.
Amotekun in Lagos, in the west, and Hisbar in the north. We don't need those things in the southeast. We don't need them. I'm being frank. If we really needed them in the southeast, we would have had them. We would have had them. So all this playing to the gallery doesn't make sense to me. It's a caricature.
Mazi Solomon.
Yes, Mazi Pat. Yeah. Can you check the network at your end, because the video keep delaying? It wasn't flowing well.
Okay.
But the message is out there, and there is a noise also at the background which you also need to address.
Okay.
Yeah, we have listened to Asri Dokubo, who is lamenting for the negligence of the politicians over the insecurity challenges on the southeast and in the entire
Eastern region, the entire Eastern region, yes,
entire Eastern region. So, and he was outspoken at this very point, telling the Eastern regions on how these peoples are trooping down towards the South regions to terrify. And this
Mazi, let's be specific. Uwazurike is on the neck of the Eastern region governors, blaming them for the lack of security, blaming them for the threat that their inability to curtail the threat that our people are facing. And here we are, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, taking up the burden without the resources. We heard Uwazurike talk about how these people have embezzled the resources that is meant.
Mazi, not Uwazurike. This is Asari Dokubo.
No, sorry, Asari Dokubo. Sorry. We've seen Asari Dokubo also in this video. Talk elaborately how these people are embezzled money that is supposed to be meant for the security. Now, the job of security that is their primary objective in governance, they have failed in delivering those services. And here we have a man who do not even have any government allocation, who do not have any grant, who have taken it upon himself to do the job of the governors, to build up a security network to protect the Eastern region that the governors and the politicians have failed to do. And the likes of Uwazurike is telling us that it is dancing to the gallery. Mazi, go ahead.
Thank you very much. So we have to look at the uniqueness of this Eastern security region network. We looked at the unique of this outfit. Now, we are not talking about securing a particular city or securing a particular village. We are talking of providing security for all the Eastern region. Remember that there is some villages that are very, very poor, that they cannot even afford to secure their village. Now, there is also some communities that have less able men that can be able to form Ndinche in their own communities. And all these are what was put into consideration, that if we begin to go around that villages and villagers and also towns should be the one that will provide security for themselves, they will end up not having security because they might end up not affording it or may not have the able men required as to secure their place. So now this network of the Eastern region is going to get men from every corner who will be able to come together, and there will be connections. There will be like a network, security network that connect to each other as to meet up to a required demand of defending the people, serving the people, that even when they don't have enough people in their village as to come for their aid or to support them or to support to defend their territory, that through this relationship that we have we have among ourselves in this security outfit network, then we are able to cover every lapses and every space. What a wonderful idea. What a wonderful idea. That is the uniqueness of this very outfit that are being launched by Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. So, and this is what people who felt that they are part of this struggle, this is what somebody who felt and who has convinced our people and that he is part of the struggle to save the Igbo people or to save the Eastern region, because now his struggle is reduced to Southeast. Now, this is a man who has professed over these years that he's working to make sure that our peoples are saved. He's working to make sure that our peoples are free. Then he's coming openly to tell you that the articulation of having an Eastern region outfit, we don't need it. Underline that statement. He said, we don't need it. That it is a caricature of the struggle to save your people, to make sure that the invaders did not run your villages, which Uwazurike might afford some Nigerian police, and he built fence. Where his house is, there is a very tall fence he built around. There is few men that are there as a security man, as the men in the gate. But the woman, the vulnerable woman who does not have fence in his house, Uwazurike says is not necessary to protect that woman, to protect that man who does not have fence and who does not have megad and who has to go to farm every day to be able to be sustained.
Mazi, please, when you are not speaking, mute your mic so that there is this noise that comes in intermediary. You know, so there is something I also want to point out. We've seen in the north that even the military is now helping the villagers, leading them in security to the farm. Mazi Solomon. Now the military in the north, there is this place that they killed people, rice farmers. Mazi, mute your mic, please. Anytime you are not speaking. Now, the Nigerian military are helping people, leading them to the farm for security reasons, to make sure that they are not attacked. So, what is now the difference from the attack they are getting from the one we are getting? If the Nigerian military can provide security for farmers in the north, why can't we provide security for our own farmers in the east? Mazi Solomon, unmute yourself and go ahead.
It's very sad. It's very, very sad what Uwazurike has done to our people. It's very, very sad to consider that the person in the position of Uwazurike can instigate violence against the idea of the people to safeguard their communities and safeguard their cities in support to what their state can provide, in support of what their local government can provide. It's very, very so sad, so sad. I'm here to mourn over the comment of Uwazurike 2 days ago as to regard to these able men and women who have come together as a volunteer to ensure security of life and and property. That is a failure on his side, and I want people to see through his comment and action as a man who is not with our people. So you will know who you are trusting, because tomorrow you will be in Nyangodo in River State singing Nwike Kaige so Monejeje Monanana Nwike Kaige so. How can you be singing the praises of a man who is not with your people? And Asri Dokubo says here that the man with his people, the strong man is the man with his people. How can you be singing a praises of a man that does not want his people to be protected, that does not want these people to be defended? They said, leave them like that. If we don't need it, if Fulani find their way, let them kill all of them. Because that is what that content of that, I'm not quoting him out of context, but I want you to bring his comment in the center and begin to look at his comment right now as we are talking, and begin to analyze it with your common sense you have. A man who say we don't need it. It's just a small number of people they are able to rape, small number of people they are able to kill. So
Mazi, let's go back. Let's go back to that video once again, so that people can understand the depth of that discussion. It's very, very important.
Amotekun in Lagos, in the west, and Hisbar in the north. We don't need those things in the southeast. We don't need them. I'm being frank. If we really needed them in the southeast, we would have had them. We would have had them. So all this playing to the gallery doesn't make sense to me.
Hi, Mazi, playing to the gallery. The issue of security
Mazi,
in our land. Mazi, the issue of security. Hi, Mazi, go ahead.
Now, I want Biafran to see, even at this point, Wazirike has not believed that you needed to be protected. Even at this point, he did not believe that you need to be defended. He did not believe that some of you whose your family members has fallen victims of this Fulani herdsmen. Some of you that your farmland is under siege. Wazirike has not at this point believed that you needed to be defended. At this point, he has not believed, he has not accepted that you needed. So I want the Biafran to judge from this very point. Because you are the very one we are talking to. You are the one to sing the praises of Wazirike tomorrow. You are the one to come on the media and you start telling us, hey, Wazirike is leading the Biafran freedoms. Wazirike is actually fighting for the people. And they are using you to play politics. The politics that bring food into their tables. And not the politics that think about you. It is the politics that thinks about their pocket and their belly. That as long as he has been in this very struggle, there is a whole lot of opportunity for him to continue to make money out of it. And not making money for the interest of his people, but against the interest of his people. That at this point, where even the bussy cat and the dog, which they killed in our leader's house last time, that the dogs and the animals in the country called Nigeria, that they are crying out that they needed securities, that they need to be safeguarded, that their property need to be safeguarded. It has been the outburst, the crying of everyone, both in the south, both in the north, that at this point in time, when everything in Nigeria is crying for insecurity, Yet Wazirike has never thought that you need to be defended. And this is a person you are calling a leader of the struggle. And these are the person that is coming to tell you that Dim OBIGBO-OYIGBO handed over the mantle to him. This is the person that is coming to tell you.
Mazi, if our late Dim OBIGBO-OYIGBO were to be alive today, may God bless his soul. If he were to be alive today, with the level of insecurity in Nigeria, will Wazirike stand before him and tell him that the people of the eastern region do not need security, Mazi? Will he stand before our Dim OBIGBO and tell him, no, our people do not need security?
So, Mazi, that is exactly what I am trying to analyze here. Because we are seeing what is happening on the ground. Even him himself accepted that few numbers of our people has been raped. By who? Fulani herdsmen. And in the morning, I asked people and said, has Wazirike hold the people who raped these our people? Has he hold them responsible? Have we been able to succeed in arresting them? What measure has he taken to prove to the people that I cannot be in this position and you walk into my territory and rape our mother and rape our sister? What measure has he taken to hold the people who killed our people, which he accepted that there must be a killing here and there? Then on these people that have killed our people, on what measure has he taken to hold them responsible? That today in his talk, he could say, even the people who came to kill our people, I was holding them responsible up to today. There is nothing like that. And even on top of that wickedness and the injustice, that you have not pursued people who came to rape your people. You haven't pursued people who came to kill your people. On top of that, you are coming also to tell the same people that they don't need to be defended. That them who is going to be the next victim doesn't need to be defended. What a wickedness. Why is our people, why the heart of some people, some men who felt they are popular, why is your heart very dark? Why? When can you remove these things that is blocking your mind against your people? And you cannot even hide it anymore. You cannot even contain it anymore. That is no more things that you do in the secret. That is also things that you can face camera and do. What a wickedness. What a wickedness. Why the person like Wazirike hates his people so much like this? Why is this too much hate? Why is this too much?
We still have some of them with same ideology, but as they come forward, we would also be analyzing them. As they come forward, we'll be making it open, because sometimes our people say, do not talk. But if we keep quiet, the evil will continue to grow in the society. If some of us keep quiet, why are evil people growing in the society? Because the good people remain silent. And that is why we are coming here to open it before the world, so that you will judge for yourself. You will not be able, so that Wazirike himself, if he is opportune or privileged to watch this program, will also go back into his house and take a reflection of and give account to himself of the role he's playing in the sabotage of the life and property of our people. Mazi Solomon, I think we have to gradually start winding it down. If you can permit me, if you can, let's start winding it down. Maybe we'll be coming back in your morning, which is by evening, so we can continue.
Thank you, Mazi Pat. The video for Asri Dokubo will be in the page of Black and White. Go and listen to what Asri Dokubo was lamenting about regard to the insecurity in the eastern region. He called out the whole eastern regions that this insecurity is growing, is getting high, and nothing is being done. And a man who has interest of his people in heart has taken the lead towards addressing this insecurity problem and yet the people who say that they are fighting for the freedom of the people cannot appreciate it. Instead, they are using the media, they are using their position to instigate violence against the people. Now, a person who calls himself lawyer is coming to tell us that it is no more legal to have ndinche. It's no more legal to have ndinche in our communities. Can you just imagine? And he calls himself a lawyer. It's very, very sad. Now, please, the video for Asri Dokubo is in black and white. Can you go and listen to his lamentation? And also, the video for Wazirike is there. Listen to Wazirike again and see the level of selfishness that he has brought himself into against his people. To see his level of selfishness against his people. So listen again. Analyze things by yourself, because you are the one who are following all these leaders. You should be able to think. You should be able to put in a scale and the way the people that you are following, weigh them when they make a comment from their comment, because the Bible said it's not what a man that eats that defies him, but out of the heart or out of the belly flows what the intention of the heart. So we must know that these very people you are looking at, when they say things, you will know where their interest is, because the Bible says where the man treasure is, that is where his heart is. So when they talk, please don't just take their talk because they say sweet, they use sweet word, or they miss the truth with lie. No, follow them, analyze their talk, analyze their sentiments, and then be able to advise yourself, because the best advice is the one you give to yourself. So tomorrow you are following them that they are leading you, but you don't know that they are leading you to hell. They are leading you to destruction, So it's very, very important that when these men speak, you follow their talk. You weigh it on the scale. You find out the truth, okay? There is nothing violent that there is no signal of violence. Mazi make it specifically that this is not Biafran soldiers. We are not coming to fight war. We just wanted to prevent the invaders from vending our villages and stopping our women from going to farm and stopping our economic growth because of the fears that they are imposing on our people who are going out there to fight for our economic liberation. So now that is the reason we have to connect together, and we have to speak with one voice, and we have to have a central command in which things can be done easily and everybody can get support in their locality. That is what Mazi articulated in that very outfit, and he make it very specific. Why somebody like Wazirike could not get the message, and so many people are here might be claiming Wazirike to be their leader in this very struggle, is a pity. You need to rethink again, because you are thinking because he started it in 1999 that he's still the same in that struggle. You need to rethink. You need to make more research. You need to make more investigation in the activities of Wazirike. Never you ever think that he's still the same Wazirike in 1999. Never you think. It's a very big mistake for you to think that way. It can never be the same Wazirike in 1999. It can never be the same Wazirike who come into the struggle for the sake of the killing of Igbos. It's not the same Wazirike that is speaking today. And that is what people need to know. So before you started paying your allegiance to him, start listening to him, or start thinking that he's still in your leader, you need to analyze these things. And please go and listen to that message again. Don't just listen to one and go away. Listen again and again, and your brain will start opening. And your eyes will start
Mazi, there is something I want to draw attention.
Here is to make sure
there is something
your eyes see what you're supposed to hear, and see, and your ear hear what you're supposed to hear. We are live and direct this weekend in Black and TV again with our guests to bring to you the opportunity, the investment opportunity that is lying in our village. It is time to create wealth in our village. It is time when people remember our village, they will remember coming they will remember green pasture. They will remember green pasture. It is time to reduce the level of risk that our people are taking to travel to other people's country and crossing the material high sea, dying over there, and even being in Libya, where their organs and are being harvested and be sold out, and where they are being maltreated as less than human. Now we want to reduce that very risk by creating wealth in our communities, because there is so many gold that lies in our community that so many of us are jumping it, and they jumping into material sea, and they jumping into taking a high risk into crossing to another man's country. This is what we want to bring to an end. We have a chain of our people who are indoors with knowledge, that are ready to educate our people and show us how this Eastern region economic network can work for everyone. That is what we are up to in Black and White.
Yeah, Mazi,
We are
I
here
think
to
it
show
has
you
to. We'll be
another face
bringing.
of this struggle, and we are
We'll be
here to
bringing
ensure that
engineer.
manna fall from heaven for you. Thank you, Mazi
Yeah,
Pat, for bringing me
we'll
into
be
the program. My name remains
engineer.
Solomon Peter.
Thank you very much. We're bringing engineer Nani, Innocent Nani on Saturday, precisely, but the time will be posted on my timeline and on the timeline of Black and White Web TV. So to enlighten us, he's into food processing, he's a soil engineer, he's into different kind of things. He will be exposing, he will be teaching us. So go to Black and White Web TV YouTube channel and like the page, subscribe. Go to Black and White Web TV Facebook channel and subscribe. You can as well get our transmission on Biafra television, so that when we come live, you will be able to get the notification. Go and like and subscribe those pages so that you get our notification. Mazi Solomon, I thank you for coming. We don't intend to make this broadcast long. By this evening, we'll be coming back with other editions, which will be Mazi Solomon's morning. And I hope that you'll be joining us. And may the good God continue to bless you. The video of Asari we played is not a justification to his character. We only played it based on his view on present situation. So people should not take it misunderstand this. We are not here to justify anybody or give anybody credence, but we played it to show how contradictory he has gone with his brother Wazirike. Mazi, thank you very much and have a nice day. Thank you and God bless you.
Bye. Good night.
Yeah, thank you.